most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. The give. Turning it on. Past the 50. Inside the 40. The 20. And he scores! Touchdown, Bama!
Man, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Gets the back moving. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilbert. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. He picked up a big chunk of yardage there, and there will be Irish jigs going in the stands.
Yeah, and a lot of excitement. If they can find these down-the-field explosive plays and find a wide receiver out there they can depend on, this offense can really explode and take off to a new level.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Keeps it. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Here's Carr to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Flanagan. Bring him down.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up at different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. Back to pass, it's Carr. Incomplete, and they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Looking for the marker. Got some green grass. There he goes. He's at the 20. They'll get it all the way to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds.
Man, that is crushing to a defense. You force the fourth down. You know they're going to run the football. You're bringing guys near the line of scrimmage, and you can't get them to the ground. Not only does he get the first down, he gets a huge chunk after that. This defense is definitely going to be deflated.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Throwing, Carr. Right side, it's Coleman Williams. Good throwing catch, takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. Extra point here will tie the game. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to the ground. Sees a crease. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, you know, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Yeah, and this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Makes the tackle.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Long way to go on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Got a little grass. Inside the 10. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Carr. Under pressure. He's going to take off. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. First play of the period will be a second down. Tight end now in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Complete on the left to Williams. At the 45 on its way. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Look out! And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running inside, it's Williams. Got maybe a yard, 3rd down and 9 coming.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll move the wide receiver. They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Breaks into the open. Inside the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run inside. It's Danzy. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
Nice run there. Doesn't it just feel like Notre Dame football when you see that too? You know, you got touchdown Jesus looking down, and one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to have is big uglies up front, guys pushing the pile, NFL talent on this offensive line, just having their way, making life easy for these running backs. It is a beautiful thing to see.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Throwing, Carr. Out wide right, it's Washington. Runs through, man. He might have some space. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. To the air. It's Carr. On the left side, grabbed by Williams. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
They'll send the back in motion. To the air again, Carr. Lets it fly. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
The Irish needing just inches for the first down. From the gun on third down, Carr fires to the big fella. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, third and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. quick completion on the out. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Fourth down, Carr. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get it.
They'll go play action with Mack. Gonna take a shot. Finds a spot in the middle.